10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Welcome back, everybody, to the last game of the night. It is series number 2, game number 2 between Golden Boys and Monkey Freedom Fighters.
You should have told me. I was reading this. I thought that the Danish TV people were coming, so I thought I had to tell them to not start the game yet.
So now I look like a giant to your dwarf.
I mean,
Dire team pick.
all good.
I yelled, Mike, what do you want?
Yeah, but
What do you want from me, Blitz
I thought we were
Dota?
starting too fast.
Too fast?
Like, but then I remember the Danish people, they only cast one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the issue there.
We're also into the second banning phase already.
I thought I was like,
10 seconds
I thought I was
remaining.
being productive and proactive
Radiant team
By watching
ban.
Twitch chat?
by watching Skype. I don't even have Twitch chat open.
Dire team ban.
Flaming people on Skype.
Radiant team ban.
Alright.
No, Web
Lena
House was flaming
Earthshaker.
me.
Lena Earthshaker.
Radiant
Gyrocopter
team
Tusk.
pick.
For Monkey Freedom Fighters. What did Weapus say?
He was just telling me about the whole Dota thing. Like the rapier, how it works and stuff.
Oh.
I'm reading comments and just like, this is why Blitz couldn't be a pro. Yeah, I'm sure it's that one specifically.
10 seconds remaining.
Phantom Lancer and Anti-Mage going to be our second bans. And a Rubik.
Dire team pick.
Because why not? There's an Earthshaker in the pool. It's always nice to have a Rubik on your team.
Same with Lena. You can't go wrong with stealing a Lena ability.
True.
I'm happy about that. Plus, Rubik is just... I think Rubik's just fun.
Yeah, he's a fun
Watch
hero
it
to
here.
watch.
Templar Assassin.
Templar Assassin?
Radiant team pick.
You don't even know what your mid is yet.
It's fine. They're on Dire side. It's a hero that, if he especially likes to play, or if he excels at, that's fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Ten seconds remaining.
What works? Do you prescribe to the
5 seconds.
strategy of running a hero that specifically shuts down Templar Assassin in the laning phase? Like those Venomancers, Vipers.
Dire team pick.
I think I talked to Matt and I was like, you know, you're going to have some overall strategy, but at the same time, you have to kind of like play it by ear and learn how to counter draft too. Like if there are heroes that you can't just like pick a strategy and be like, I'm going to stick with this no matter what, right? Unless you're doing some kind of like weird cheese thing. What you actually have to do is just you pick around what the enemy team is picking, have some rough idea based on what your first pick is, and then play around that.
Ember Spirit now for Golden Boys. Kaiser's going to have a renewed performance on that one. Though this time around it'll be a safe lane Ember Spirit. Because I don't think Ember Spirit does any better versus Viper than TA does.
No, but I mean they ran it pretty well last game. Like he had like 1 or 2 slip ups, but he was still like 12-4.
10 seconds remaining.
I liked his item progression. I thought his overall play was good.
Yeah.
It was a really good tempo creating hero for them too.
Reserve.
Like it was just that one kind of poor moment, you know, where yeah, it cost you the game, but at the same time, I really felt like he did a good job overall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put the majority of the blame on him or anything like that.
Yeah. It was a little bit too manly.
This is true.
You don't want to default someone.
Yeah, that part is definitely true.
Waiting on Golden Boys. Monkey Freedom Fighters. This is either an offlane Tusk or a 4-position Tusk, so Golden Boys. Not really sure what to ban out here.
Radiant.
Are any of the offlaners left? I guess Clockwork is still there. Okay, Night Stalker.
Team pick.
Night Stalker offlane or Night Stalker 4-position? Because we've seen both.
I think this game it's 4-position. I would like it a lot more. I don't like Night Stalker offlane
Yeah.
as a hero. Like I think that it does just the same as a support role.
Mm-hmm.
What are you laughing about?
Because we had an offlane Night Stalker.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm referencing right now.
I didn't really like think about it until you were like halfway through. I don't really like offlane Night Stalker.
Yeah.
Sinner in Dota. Not even him could pull off the offlane Night Stalker. So they are going to run an offlane Tusk instead, and we will see what Yapzor is able to pull off on this Night Stalker. The Silence is going to be really good control versus the Ember Spirit, so I kind of like the idea of this one. They also have a pretty early to mid-game aggressive lineup. If they can take down some of these early towers, maybe get an early Aghanim Scepter, once again, you'll have the big vision advantage for Monkey Freedom Fighters that I would say won them the game. Last game. It just was too tough to deal with. Like, there were so many pickoffs that were set up because they had that Treant Protector vision.
Yeah, Mad had some clowning moments, but probably the best thing that he did that game was just being able to get vision up at all times. I mean, I like the early gem buy, but I think that the game overall was a little bit rough for him at times, but
yeah,
you saw the late game effect of the tree really pay off.
Templar Assassin mid versus Viper is not as bad as it used to be, right? Because you're then able to utilize the Ancient stack a bit better.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is that when you pick a TA, like yeah, there are counters to her and stuff, but on the dire side, you can stack the Ancients pretty easily. And you can also just go to the Roshan pit like really fast and just Roshan pretty quickly.
Rotterdam won.
Congrats.
Vlad took third.
Go
so he got in the money.
Dota representing.
Dota.
Yeah.
For those of you guys who don't know, we also have the ESL stream going on right now.
Who's playing who?
That is Complexity versus the High Council of Wizards and Priests. I know Demon hates the name, but I really like it.
High Councils of Wizards and Priests.
They're just fun to say.
Okay. Good luck to them.
Skylark with the early TP out is gonna get one of those aggressive wards out. Let's block out the camp. Dire Side Clockwork should do all right. I'm sure Skanks is going to be spending a lot of time blocking up and maybe even stacking for the Templar Assassin. Then we've got that greedy 4-position Lina, which I'm not sure if Madara, like I'm sure he's going to be playing aggressively and will be leaving lane for Lina to take over, but not quite the same as having a Clinks there.
Okay, so Yapzor was originally the Night Stalker, but then he switched with Mad, and Mad has the boots first. But I'm not sure who needs farm priority in this game. I think it's actually going to be... Oh, they actually got maybe.
They do.
He misses the stun.
Oh, nice double stun, but it's still not enough.
Oh, wait, what?
Slow down.
They messed up a little for a second.
Oh, Fisher!
That's going to cost them the kill. I actually think if they just started going all the way up immediately, but I think it was the pathing thing, right?
Probably.
If they just clicked in front, they would have had the momentum to catch up, I think, and kill her. Because they just needed a right click from every hero once. And they also responded a little bit late. Like, Sing Sing had a really nice block out with the Ice Shards. They had boots on both their Night Stalker and their Tusk. So that potentially could have been a kill.
Is there no need to have a counter ward against Viper or against Templar Assassin as Viper? There isn't, right?
You don't really. It's really nice to have one, but if you're playing against the new TA style, where she's just most likely going to go for that
2 levels of side blades.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as necessary. Like before, maybe if you're playing like a Queen of Pain, you'll get the meld, so that you can go for the dodge and force like that 200 gold exploit. But for the most part, you're okay without one. The TA is just going to get a lot of farm anyways too by doing this. Like you notice the Earthshaker. You can't stack the hard camp like you can obviously for the Radiant side, but you can go on the Ancients and play this. So it's kind of similar. The Earthshaker just stacks this up. And I'm wondering how many times he's going to stack it before they swap. Because that means then the Earthshaker goes mid.
Interesting little play. They've had Mad sitting here in the top lane getting the experience while Sing Sing was doing the blocking with ice shards.
Yeah.
So, doing in this area.
This mid lane though is not going as well as they had originally hoped, but it's kind of bad because Sing Sing, or not Sing Sing, Arise is using a lot more of his mana than you would like. And Viper's not a hero that you typically think of needing or having mana issues to begin with, but if you're spamming it from level 1, it doesn't actually do that much damage.
Yeah.
And it's just not very mana efficient.
Yeah, it's really just better for you to be able to take away those refraction charges.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
really only need 1 charge of that. Okay, Bounty Rune, Mad, really going to try and challenge maybe next time, but manage to get the stun onto at least the Night Stalker. The Snowball's still going to surround maybe next time, and they will be able to get this 1 kill. That's why Mad is just going to abandon it. Kaiser is now going to be turned to Rodhan. He does not have his invis, so he is very much dead, and Skanks knows it too. He can't do anything to stop it. So 2 quick kills there in the top rune area.
That combo is just strong. Like the Snowball was able to save Matt, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then they were able to turn that around completely. Like that level 1 strength of a hero like Support Night Stalker. Like Support Night Stalker doesn't really do anything during the daytime. It's like that first nighttime where you can really exploit and do a lot. But when kills just come to you, it's the perfect hero. It's very tanky. The slow early game actually accomplishes a lot. I think the void damage is actually pretty decently high too.
Yeah.
Like 50% move speed slow. For 2 seconds, 90 damage, and it gives you a 50 attack slow. Almost no hero is going to fight against that.
Yeah.
Much less than Lina.
And this rate, he'll have at least his level 2 nuke before the next nighttime. Beaver Knight. Ooh, gotta be careful there. That was a smoke up from Skanks in order to get up here without detection, but I'm gonna be kind of hard pressed to get a surprise kill on Sing Sing with how passively he's playing right now.
Yeah, he knows, especially after that top engagement, he can just wait, relax, doesn't really have to go for too much, and can usually just chill.
Paris is free farm in the bottom lane, 22-3 compared to our Ember Spirits 18-3, and of course the mid lane CS is very favorable to the Viper, 20-5 compared to 8-2. They blocked out the camp to stack the Ancients camp. So there really is no road to recover right now. Skylark's going to be gone on. He has to just TP out.
That's a pretty bad position to be in, just forcing yourself to use the TP like that. I think this lane is already pretty rough, just because Gyro one-on-one pretty much beats any offlaner. It's the first nighttime of the game. Unfortunately, Mad's not going to spot anyone because of the Invis rune. He might want to make a rotation on mid, though, as soon as the Earthshaker runs away. And he's under ward vision right now, which is unfortunate for him, and Kaiser should know this and just kind of play back. But Mad still wants to make an attempt for it. He just doesn't quite know where the ward is.
Phase Boots, Gyrocopter. This Clockwork is not getting level 6 very quickly. He's the same level as the Rubik. And this is really only a dual lane. Skanks goes for the stack, but that's not going to work out. Whether he realizes it or not.
He's going to. They're going to ping it out too. They have to actually do something about this. You should deward this for sure. It's just taking away a lot of efficiency. I guess the good news though is because they picked that TA, or because they picked the Viper more importantly, to counter the TA, and the Viper's not going to be able to make use of the stacks that we normally see on the Radiant side.
Yeah.
So you can't abuse it as hard. So it's not as big of a deal, I think, for the TA to get shut out of the Ancient stack, but it helps a lot.
Considering you're already in a very much losing lane. That was supposed to be your kind of road to recovery.
Yeah, especially when she died that one time. That made a pretty significant difference. I think the Viper even got a last hit.
One step ahead of Yapzor. So he's got to be careful. Soon Paris is just going to initiate with the call down. This is where our Clockwork may need a TP scroll.
Alright, so the Clockwork is now going to come. He's not even going to bother stacking it anymore. He's just going to go check the rune. I think they realize. He's going to get his level 5 off this rune though. So it's not an insignificant pickup.
And he's holding on to some levels.
Dire's middle
I
tower.
guess waiting to max out battery assault if he gets close range with somebody. This could be a very interesting bait. If they try and rotate around on the Templar Assassin and run to the Clockwork in the process, that could be pretty disastrous for Monkey Freedom Fighters.
They're just going to go top actually and try to kill the Lina. They have to accomplish something soon.
Nighttime's gonna wear out.
Yeah, they're wasting a lot of time right now.
Rune.
Like showing Sing Sing right here isn't that big of a deal, but once Mad gets spotted out,
Gets the voids, but
they're not going to continue. She's got too much HP, I think. The Ember's right there too.
Sing Sing was really thinking about it with that haste rune. They're gonna catch Mad. Skylark pops the battery assault. We'll be able to lock him inside the cogs, and that's big. Mad will die. And they shut down the Night Stalker during nighttime, so this last minute of night is not going to be effective for him at all.
That was a really good bait by the Lina. For a second I was like, oh, the Lina died, but then you realize that it was just a bait. Like she was putting herself in a precarious situation and juggling both Sing Sing and Mad. Eventually to the point where Mad and Sing Sing didn't really want to go, but then they saw her at 400 HP, wanted to commit, and then everybody continues over. But it is going to open up this bottom lane. Unfortunately, the Clockwork still isn't level 6. He doesn't really have the best farm, but that kill really helps him. Like that, him getting a last hit on that was pretty significant.
Now we can get maybe his first item. See where he goes earn again.
I don't think he should this game.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's as good as this game.
I think Blade Mail's just so strong. Go for the bottle first.
Alright, in mid, Mad's going for it.
And Mad tried to chase down Kaiser. Who goes for the bottom bounty rune, but will be met by Paris.
Dire's middle
Probably
tower is under attack.
pretty disappointed now.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Mid tower is taking so much damage.
Top tower
Because the Templar Assassin went to the jungle so often, Arise, he's naturally going to get the Ring of Aquila just for that little mana that he needs, and it's a good item overall to get on Viper. Because beefing up your armor when you've already got so much base HP and that corrosive skin to work with plays a pretty big factor. And by just turning on the Aquila and abusing the time that the Templar Assassin is out of the lane, he's just been able to abuse pretty hard and push it out. And this means that Kaiser's going to be a lot less likely to go around and gank. And I don't know, it has a lot of repercussions, right? You move from the mid lane to go help out your other lanes, then you lose this mid tower. You can't just have a support here. You kind of need a core.
Yeah.
Because Arise is just going to auto attack this wave like you're seeing him right now and force one of the heroes back.
Still trying to go for that stack, but that was an observer ward that was placed to block it. TV back by the Ember Spirit, returns with full HP, full mana.
He knows for sure now that the camp is blocked.
Yeah.
I thought they knew from the get-go, though. They might have just forgotten with all the excitement at that top area of the map. But that's something you can't really afford to forget about. It's just a lot of potential farm that you've lost out on. It's like 3 stacks now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, at top.
And they're going to jump over for Mad, lock him down, see if they can get the Light Strike array. They won't. The nuke lands, and Modern will still run him down. Pretty important kill. At the same time, though, they've lost the tier 1 tower at the bottom lane, and soon to be the tier 1 in middle as well.
Yeah, 200 HP. Sing Sing's even here for this, just to absolutely secure. And I don't even know if Golden Boys can really defend this. This should be a relatively free tower for them. They've got a full creep wave.
Dire's structures are fortified.
But you really don't want to give up this mid tower if you can help it. The Clockwork just hit level 6. Maybe you defend this with everybody.
Initiation. Skylark jumps onto Beaver Knight. That's a start, but he does have a snowball away. That's why Kaiser's kind of hiding himself. He doesn't want to be the target of snowball and give a free jump away, but Madara's there, and that's how he'll get out. And manages to also lock down the Ember Spirit for the kill. Now Kaiser's been hit once, slowed down. Maybe next time has to turn around and go for the stun, but it's obviously going to slow him down to a point where he's going to die as well to Gyrocopter for a double kill.
Really good rotation, because you know that Golden Boys is going to defend that, especially when the Clockwork hits 6. You can't just give up your mid tower like that. It's one of the more significant landmarks in the early game. It means a lot. It means you can't really defend your jungle as easily. Ganks become 10 times easier at that point. Excursions into the jungle is like 5. Can happen a lot more. And more importantly, it just takes away some space to farm. But Monkey Freedom Fighters were well aware that Golden Boys was going to fight for that, and they just brought everyone. And that's the strength of the Gyro, is that you can afford to do that because you know that he reigns supreme when it comes to fights.
Yeah. Madara, I think, is going for the Battle Fury now. He's not going to go for the drums, I don't think. He's got to start working towards the mid to late game. I think it's pretty obvious that Monkey Freedom Fighters control this 15-minute period.
Yeah. I think especially with the Viper in this game, who's going to go for a mech, and has maxed out Corrosive and has had this good of a laning phase, you're not getting into a 5-man fight. It's just not possible. You're going to have to play the laning phase out a little bit more passively and hope that they overextend. Like, they have pretty good heroes, but it's not even nighttime, which is where Monkey Freedom Fighters can really start to get aggressive. They're essentially just playing like 4v5 right now, because the use of one of their heroes is kind of null. But once it hits nighttime, which is like in the next second, they can start to really get aggressive on the map. The Night Stalker Night Vision is really underrated too, and he's about to hit level 6 at the same time as well. So you just go down, push down lanes. You can use your Viper as the frontliner that you need.
Pretty passive laning phase so far. Things are still kind of very spread out. No one's trying to group up and go for a real fight. We're into the second nighttime now. And Mad has gone a-hunting.
His mouth opened up. His nose filled with teeth. That's really weird.
Yeah, is that line that goes all the way up his skull?
I guess.
Is that all his mouth? Can he open his whole entire face?
That is sexy. Alright, they're not going to contest this Ancients. Oh, Mad's actually coming in. Alright, they've got this.
Oh boy. Kaiser's going to be slowed down. He's going to be caught easily. He will definitely fall. Top lane. Is he dead? Beaver Knight? Oh, locked down. The hookshot kind of misses, but they have the damage anyway, so at least they get a trade-off. They lose their Templar Assassin. Not really worth the Tusk, but it's something.
You can't really look at it like that. It wasn't like they wanted to trade like that.
Sure.
It's more just ganks happen around the map. I think if that happens, though, it's like Sing Sing has to not show himself, because he's the only vulnerable target that's not on the map.
Yeah. He was going for a while, though.
Yeah.
That was like a 20-second fight between him and the Clockwork with that haste rune that he had.
2 men enter, 1 man leave. That's it's probably okay, because the Viper can just continue to 5-man, so it doesn't really matter anyways. What's funny is that the TA actually has the level lead.
Maybe next time. Paris. He's currently stalking his prey.
Paris is 100% going to get this kill. Like, even if the Lina tries to TP out, I think the rocket barrage damage is insanely high.
Yep. Paris just making sure he doesn't miss the cooldown right now.
She doesn't have a single level of the Fiery Soul. He's probably just waiting for the Night Stalker more than anything. No reason not to.
Just for him to be a part of the kill. Probably doesn't even have to use cooldown.
Casual pause.
It's a pretty quick BKB for Paris. I almost expected him to go for the Helmet Dominator build with the way that they are so far ahead. I mean, if you look at it, Ancients are still really stacked. So he didn't really need that creep, I guess, but...
Nah, somebody was doing it for him anyways.
Yeah.
Going for the BKB against like a Clockwork Lina or a Shaker. I can see it. He's got high enough armor already as is with his lineup. I think it's fine.
What about the SNY build? Not needed?
Yeah. Well, the SNY build you could have gone for too. Either wouldn't have been too awful.
Well, hopefully our game comes back soon. In the meantime, hello.
Hey guys. Man, I still feel really embarrassed about that one moment. It's gonna bother me.
I mean, it's a Divine Rapier thing. Like,
Yeah, but it's like it's bad information to spread. And I want to get better as a caster.
that's adorable.
Why? Talking to Levy right now. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
From BBC?
Yeah. Who's he playing with right now?
He like took a break from Dota just to focus on because he has like a career and stuff. So he's just saying hi. Really friendly guy.
What's his career?
He works. I can't remember actually. Something airport.
Oh, that's right. He worked at the airport. I remember.
Yeah, he
now.
worked at the airport.
Yeah.
Like Dubai or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good guy though.
Yeah, and I remember him saying like he was basically kind of committing to Dota-ish.
Yeah.
But after that, to have to focus on work. It's kind of sad when you lose people to work in Dota 2.
I mean, I'm happy for him too.
Yeah.
It's good to have a stable job. Dota's a fun career, but it's so unstable.
Yeah.
So many things happen. Especially being a pro. Being a pro's the worst. You just like never really know, whether you're going to be on top or not. And if you're not, then things really suck. Everybody hates on you.
Don't make money.
Yeah. I was talking to Fada about it. He was like, if you think about it, like casters are in a weird position where they don't really know the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in a lot of ways, it's worse for players because once you're an established caster, you're in a lot better position than if you're an established player. It's like you can go from winning a TI and then, if you're not still performing at that level,
The risk reward factor though does amp up.
oh yeah, for sure. That's kind of what balances it out.
Yeah.
It's like if you win a TI, of course I'd rather do that than
I mean, it doesn't even have to be win a TI. You make TI, and you're probably going to do better than most casters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're back in the game.
Nice.
It's pretty mellow game so far.
Radiant's top
Yeah, this one
tower
is not.
Oh, that's right, the Lina. Oh.
She was dying in like half a second.
Yeah, she was like guaranteed dead. I just kind of forgot about it. So
This is so much cleaner of a game overall.
yeah, which makes it less entertaining. But
That last game was a
Skylark.
clown.
Oh no, the poison. Oh.
Oh, that's rough.
I like how Yapsor tried to catch him.
Yapsor has the best skill in Dota now.
Dire's bottom tower is
Hook
under
shot?
attack.
Oh no, he had refraction, you
Yeah.
fool!
He had refraction, but he thought the Clockwork was going to live, so he stole the hook shot and tried to throw it out to catch the Clockwork.
And actually at top, they somehow killed the Ember.
yeah, that's
I guess
big.
Sing Sing just baited, but he's not even that low.
Structures are
That is a surprise, and now they're just going to use 3 men to take this bottom tower.
under attack.
That's kind of a surprise.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Things going bad for Golden Boys all over the map right now.
Okay. And people are just going around the map dying.
Paris, time to clear through those stacks. He'll finish out the BKB with this one. You probably just get really aggressive now, right? Once you have BKB and a Viper with mech.
You probably wait for the Aegis. You always wait for the Aegis. There's no actual reason to have to wait. or to preemptively go or anything
Yeah.
like that.
So yeah, you take Roshan, you get the Aegis, then you play really aggressive into tier 2 towers.
I mean, they're playing pretty aggressive already. Like,
Yeah.
They're just running at people.
Pushing down tier 2 with 3 people while getting kills at top.
Yeah. Another pause as somebody disconnects. Hopefully this is just a Dota problem, not an internet thing.
Yeah.
Look at that production value. Immediately switching.
So much.
Ooh.
Blitz is just zipping around the map.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, he's back in. It was just a Dota problem. Easy fix.
Anywho, we go. All right, 16 minutes in. It's 8-3 right now. 7,500 gold lead for Monkey Freedom Fighters. They're in really good control this game. They haven't made too many mistakes, and if they continue to keep the mistakes to a minimum, you could see them easily climbing up to a 15,000 gold lead by like 25 minutes and taking all those tier 2 towers away. Golden Boys, in the meantime, probably just going to try and push it as late as humanly possible. Madara already has the Boots of Travel working towards a Battle Fury, but it's not up yet. Other heroes, such as Earthshaker, aren't even close to their basic items, such as the Blink Dagger. Lena only has Arcane Boots, and our Templar Assassin. Do you just go Desolator and split push? You do, right? I feel like the BKB really isn't going to do much for him. BKB first.
You can't really split push. I mean, you're kind of hoping that the enemy team doesn't go for the Rosh at some point. I actually think that he should just lay a trap in there. There's no reason for him not to.
Yeah.
You're still dire side, and I think that MFF is really reluctant to go for a Roshan just because it's so easy to get set up on. Like things like Clockwork, Earthshaker, they all operate really well under those tight spaces. Same with the Ember Spirit, like that small chaotic space where he knows where everybody is. It's just better as an opening to go for these towers when you know you've got the Viper mech behind you.
Oh, I didn't know this cliff was different.
Middle tower is under attack.
What?
The Radiant side cliff? Yeah, it's different.
Okay. Oh, it's changed, you're right.
Yeah, terrain changes bother me. Oh, hey, they're diving tier 2. Free kill. Tier 2 tower will go down. Madara is still trying to split push it, but it's just Radiant side taking control of the game right now. And if they get a pick off in the process, well, good on them. They're going to push out the bottom lane. I'm sure they're going to be looking at Roshan soon.
You probably take out all the tier 2 towers first. Just make sure that there's no split push. It's just hard to split push as an Ember Spirit because your attack damage isn't great.
Yeah.
It's not the easiest hero in the world to go for it with.
Madara?
Oh,
this is awkward. He's going to jump even further away. Matt's trying to catch up, though. He's only has one more remnant.
Oh, he got blocked out.
But he's going to be able to get to it. Nope, maybe not. Beaver Knight managed to get the Walrus Punch. Now they can silence him. Madara has been controlled and will fall.
That death is kind of hard to avoid when everybody just runs at you so fast. But he kind of had to see it coming. Like, they're not going to just let an Ember Spirit push like that for free. And his Flame Spirit, it was pretty far, but it wasn't far enough.
Yeah.
Night Stalker at night, gonna find him.
Earthshaker is dead. And Skylark just watched his on in horror. He doesn't throw the hook shot, he doesn't do anything, just nope. It's not a fight I can help you with.
That was a really effective nighttime. They did a really good move there by being able to do that, force it out. Harris now has that Helm of Dom that you wanted to see. He's got that BKB up in case for the fight, so...
Just later on, the Templar Assassin's going to make pretty short work of this tier 1 tower if they can actually get any damage on it, but Mass TP's back. MFF are not going to give up anything for free, it seems. So they'll get the deny. Left-hand side, what's going on here? BV9 trying to slow down, maybe next time. Snowball will be able to stop that TP out. He's got to look good. A blade will throw it out on Beaver Knight. Madara attempting to go for the kill, but has to jump for his remnant. 12-3 now, 19.5 minutes in. And not even a tower could be taken by Golden Boys.
That's a 10k difference lead. Beaver Knight's out of mana, but it shouldn't matter too much. I don't think that Golden Boys is too interested in fighting. But this is fairly big because the Templar Assassin, part of the reason why this Deso build works out so well, if you're wondering, chat, it's because you don't have to go defensive item because so often you can just go for the Roshan and get an Aegis on yourself. So by the time your Aegis refreshes, you've actually got a defensive item, or at least something that can help you gap close and not just get you kited, like the Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
But it really does require you having the Aegis. Like, not having the Aegis means that you can't really play as aggressively as you want to. It's a playstyle difference.
Snowball on through tier 1 tower will be protected despite Madara's attempt. Telekinesis, they will not really have the control. Sounds just a bit too late. Madara, is he going to be caught by the call down? He will slow down now. Good Fisher block. Remnant, Yapsor's going to be able to catch up, but he doesn't have the telekinesis just yet, and he's not fast enough to be able to keep in pace.
It's just... Oh, he is, though.
Wow, Madara, he actually canceled his TP. And now Madara is dead. Yapsor pulling out the plays there.
He wasn't going to get away. Like, well, going for the TP there, the Night Stalker was too close. Yapsor made vision too. He cut down all the trees when he made his fire spirit in. Really good play by both of them.
Desolator for Templar Assassin plus 2,300 gold. You just get Blink Dagger? You don't, like, you just... BKB doesn't feel like it's ever going to be enough, you know?
You're gonna get kited anyways.
Yeah.
The call down slows through BKB. It's insane.
Yeah. So between that ultimate and the Viper ultimate. Denying the tower, Beaver Knight. Sing Sing will be fine, he'll get out. Skanks, I don't know if he's ever gonna get this Blink Dagger. He might get Arcane Boots.
Money to burn.
That's about it.
And they've got the Aegis. They can go for the high ground if they want. They've got some creep clear on the side of Golden Boys, but it's not ideal. Like, the Lina has the TP now.
Why do you think Arias is going for the Aghanims? Because we've seen a lot of Vipers steer away from the Aghanim Scepter and more for a right-click build after mech.
It kind of destroys heroes like the Earthshaker when he doesn't have his blink.
Okay.
Same with the Lina support. And it just naturally makes him tankier. Like, a lot of times we'll see something like the Midas or the SNY, but I think he just wants both the HP and the mana to work with, and to be able to just frontline it really hard.
The Remnant spread. The Yapsor is ready to jump in at any point. While they chip away at this tier 3 tower, they are also chipping away at the tier 2. Madara is focusing on that for the time being.
That Fire Rubik looks so cool. Okay, there's the first stack on that Earthshaker. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
What is the Earthshaker supposed to do? He's not going to Soul Ring now.
Tier 3 tower falls. Mech has been used. Are they just not going to initiate and just let this be farming time?
I mean, what's your position, really?
Yeah. At this point, Skylark jumps in now, but the hookshot isn't going to do anything. He doesn't even get off the cogs.
That timing by Yapsor.
Yeah.
Played so well this series. 1-0 and 7 on a Rubik. I mean, this game overall has just been played so cleanly by Monkey Freedom Fighters. That first game was really clowny back and forth, but that's probably just what happens in Dota sometimes, when both teams are just like, let's just run at each other. But this game, good game plan. The Templar Assassin pick was completely countered. They warded the Ancients after like the second stack. They contested pretty much every tower. Way too hard for them to keep up.
So they take the full lane of ranks, have a big old Ancient stack ready to go. And Ember Spirit barely farmed up enough to get close to the Battle Fury.
Oh, the Ember's going for the Courier. Oh, he's going to miss it. He's just going to TP out.
Yeah, I think he knows if he sticks around, he's just not going to be a good position.
I was going to go farm it now. Good choice.
So this will mean an MKB for him soon.
Yeah. The damage build.
Man. Looks like he's going to be picked off here by this 3-man smoke gank. Fisher hookshot, light strike array, echo slam. Might as well throw out a Laguna plate too. Alright, Calldown's going to catch both of them though. So no escape it seems. Yeah, Absor? No, can't get him. So even a simple smoking turns out pretty poorly, as they just cannot kill that Night Stalker fast enough to be able to get out in time with no losses.
They don't really have that much burst damage on their team. It only comes down to the Lina right now. That's probably one of the 2 heroes that you can kill right now, when you really look at it. Like, Arise doesn't have the Aegis anymore, but he's still incredibly tanky. It's going to take a lot to cut through 1600 HP that's backed up by Corrosive Skin and that mechanism. You can even wait for the next Roshan if you're MFF, but they're really far ahead right now. I can't really stress that enough. I think things are going to go for the snowball, but way too far away. No Blink Dagger. Aghanim Scepter fully completed on that support Night Stalker.
Yep. The gem and the Ags combined, this next nighttime is going to last a really long time. Or sorry. I'm thinking of the old Night Stalker. But this next time will be time for Mad to just clear through the whole entire map and discover all the vision that Golden Boys have laid down, which they have laid down a lot of aggressive vision.
Got a Battlefield completed on your Ember, but MKB is completed at the same time on that Gyro.
Ember Spirit going to be controlled here. Walrus Punch, not enough damage, but Skanks is probably going to be caught. Mad pops the Nighttime, runs him down, gets to the Void. Ice Shards block him out even further, and YapzOr gets the kill.
Earthshaker, does he have buyback? No, he doesn't, and it probably doesn't even make that big of a difference. With this nighttime popped, and they're probably going to go high ground here. There's already some damage done to it.
Maybe next time just trying to cut the creep wave, but that's good enough. And this time around, they do have to fight. There's no way they can give up a second lane of Rax for more farming time.
This tower's going to go down so fast. They know the glyph is down from the previous usage at top, and he's just going to mech here. They're just going to continue to run at this.
Hook shot in the background will be able to grab YapzOr, but he's immediately going to be going down to Arise. And those right clicks.
They just don't deal damage right now. Like, nobody's dying. The Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist actually doesn't do anything.
Especially with how spread they are. They're going to back up just a little bit here. I'm sure they're not going to fully back, though. Just a little bit of heal. Oh, Skanks locked inside the Ice Shards. Rai's going to be able to get the ultimate. They're just going to kill him from long range. Oh, no. He didn't have another spell to throw out Ice Shards. Doesn't quite get him.
So range racks for free. I mean, what do you do if you're Golden Boys? You know you're not dealing damage, but at the same time, you can't just watch as your tier 3 and your racks start to get taken down. Mm-hmm. They're just being whittled away. They're playing on the high ground right now, but probably just wait for the next mech from Arise. He's got it right now, too. Roshan respawns in a minute. Could wait for that as well. Monkey Freedom Fighters can just afford to play this game really passively. The amount of vision that they're getting on the map, way too difficult for the contest.
(18-4). This is pretty much the last hope here for Golden Boys. Trying to fight her out. They will be able to get a pretty good Fissure block, but immediately turned around and counter Fissure on a Kaiser is going to control him underneath the cooldown as well. Skylark right in the middle of all these heroes is not going to stand long, but that does mean the Battlefield does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Madara runs out of Sleight of Fist and just tries to run in instead. Kaiser almost finishing off Beaver Knight, will be able to get that kill just before Paris returns favor to him. Godlike triple kill.
Got a lot of money on that Lina now, though.
They're still going to go for the melee racks. Earthshaker and Alina. Gonna try and defend, keep that melee racks alive so we can keep regenning, but I don't think they stand a chance. TP in, Lina, Fissure, immediately telekinesis. Maybe next time is going to be caught. Counter Fissure as well in order for the call down to finish off the Earthshaker. And now, bit by bit, they're going to have Kaiser go in, see if he can finish off Paris, but he's already had his refraction burn right through, and the right clicks will finish him off beyond Godlike. Another triple kill for Paris, and a GG is called. Golden Boys will lose the series 0-2 to Monkey Freedom Fighters.
They just got behind early too badly. Like, the laning phase didn't work out for them. The Viper hard countered the Lina. And then on top of that, that mid or that top-ish engagement where everything went wrong. Like they have to be more careful about that.
Yeah. So Monkey Freedom Fighters. They are. I'm gonna pull up the group stage just real quick. So Monkey Freedom Fighters now jump up to a 2-1 score. They had one of their games delayed, which I believe you were casting last night, right?
Yeah.
And they lost the other game. So 2-1. That puts them in a solid third place position, but still a lot more games to go through in that other group. Guys, if you want to check out more of the defense, just go to joinDota.com. We have a nice little defense page all for this tournament. Looks very, very nice. And we will be returning. What is